What's going on out there, YouTube? Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. It's the M.F.L. Motivation Podcast. Let's drop that intro first. Alright, y'all, let's get straight to it. Today we want to talk about generational wealth. To put your family in position, your kids in position, they kids in position. No, generational wealth, keeping the legacy going, or whatever kind of business you running. And I've been in a business, just creating a lot of stuff throughout my years. One part of me, I got trust issues. It's hard to trust people when you got people that want to backdoor you, that want what you got, or do anything to get what you got. And that come with robbing, stealing, setting you up, backdooring you, or do anything for a couple dollars. And all you got to do is just go out there and get it on your own. Stay out of people's way. Mind your business. Stay in your lane. If you've been with a person over 15 years, 20 years, you built a trust with them. You had to if you with this person that long. You built a relationship, a friendship, and a partnership with this person. Because if you wouldn't, y'all wouldn't have been around each other for that long. That come with if you married to this person, or they just your best friend, one of your partners. You know what I'm saying? I've been stabbed in my back so many times to where it's just hard for me to trust outsiders besides my wife and my kids. If you catch my drift, if you feel what I'm saying. I love my other family members now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they did it. You know, I helped them. I do a lot for my people, you know. I got a good heart. And sometimes, and Boosie said it the most, one day this hard gonna get me zipped up in a body bag. But, you know what I'm saying, but some people can't think like that. Don't think like that, you know, just stay out of people's way. Quit letting certain people in your circle, because your circle's so small. I'm barely in my own circle. Sometimes I look at myself. I see why folks be jealous, because I'm jealous of my fucking self. But I do that because I'm competing with myself to make myself better. And I show my kids that. You know? I show my kids that situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna push you on something that I know you don't want to do. I'm not gonna tell you, do this. I'm finna make you do this. I want you to be an entrepreneur. I want you to go buy 5 or 6 stove. And he looking at me a certain way like, oh, okay, Dad, okay. He gonna say that because he doing it because you want him to do it, or she wants you to do it. People don't understand that. Don't make your children do something they don't want to do. You do that, problems come with that. You sit them down one by one, or both of them together, or however many children you got. What y'all want out of life? Ask that question. What y'all want out of life? What y'all want from life? What y'all want to do when you get grown? You can start it right now. Let me tell you something about children. And I am not dying to nobody. I'm just saying. We'll put a big smile on children's faces. Kids, period. If they had their mom and their dad in the same house. Some of us might not look at that as something. Some of us might not look at that like they see it but don't see it. But you don't know what be going through these kids' mind. These kids' mind when both of their parents ain't at home. They could be thinking about a lot of stuff rushing through their mind. And you got to understand that. Some people don't understand that. You see what I'm saying? And this ain't nothing I'm just guessing on. I done seen it happen. Because they parents ain't in the house. You don't know what's going through that child's mind. What they want to do. What they thinking about doing to themselves. You know. But if you know you ain't finna be with your spouse or your boyfriend and you done had a baby, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to sit down with the kid after the kid that got older. You need to tell them, well, me and mom ain't gonna be in the same house together. I'm gonna have my house. You gonna have your house. You got to make them feel good. See, son or daughter, you got 2 rooms. You got 1 room at dad's house. You got 1 room at mom's house. You got to understand that too. They understand it better. Just don't do it and then they don't know what didn't happen. Because they going to ask questions. Why dad ain't here? That ain't my real daddy. It goes on and on. And I'm not turning down and putting nobody in no kind of situation. I'm just letting it out there. Just talk to your kids. Don't ignore your kids. Just, you need to talk. Kids need to be talked to. They don't need to be ignored. Because there's so much electronic out here and social media. They face stay in the phone. That's their mom and their daddy is their phones, computers and video games. Sometimes you got to pull them away from there, sit them down, talk to them, put them in the car with you, take them for a ride. Go on the back porch, go on the front porch. Go for a walk. Talk to your kids, man. That'll go a long ways. That'll help them, mature them as they growing. I got a 9-year-old. I'll sit down and have a conversation with you like she 49 years old. Smart. Know everything. They came out the womb with knowledge. Like, I don't know what's in this food now, but this generation, you can't tell the youngest now. And I ain't saying I'm that old, but I'm old enough. I'm 37. And have been through a lot and seen a lot. And I got a lot. You know. Thanks to the man up above. And I done lost a lot of people coming through my trials. Coming through with my success. Getting what I got. I lost a lot of people, man. I lost my mom. I know how that feels. See, a lot of people can't say, I know how you feel, you lost your mom. No. I lost a mom. I lost a brother. I lost a nephew. I lost my mother-in-law. I lost my grandmama. I lost my granddad. I lost tons of friends, best friends. This 2 of my best friends right there. Poo-Poo, Carl. This my mother-in-law. That's my brother. You see what I'm saying? I lost a lot of people in my life, man. A lot of people smile, but you don't know how they feel in the inside. So you got to watch how you approach folks and people. You got to know, because you never know what's going through a person's mind, man. And people will snap just off a quick instant. Like, you could just say something crazy to them, joking and playing so much, and you don't know what's going through people's mind, man. Like me. Not saying I'm going to do something to a person, because what you saying won't hurt me. Just don't come towards me. Don't come near me. I just told you I got trust issues. I'm a loyal person. If I any kind of way mess with you, I'm going to have to be in and know you some years for you can either just sit around me. Like, I'm not that person. I'm just hard. It's just hard for me to trust people. And now I done took a lot of losses. I'm not taking no more losses. So for me not to take no loss, I just stay away from around so many people. People come around just for you to see what you got and waiting on you to drop something, to see what you got going on, to ask you for something, beg for something. Give them something for they can go do something and they gonna bring your money back in. People do anything for a couple dollars, man. It's some sick people in this world. Family, friends, all of them. Just know what you're doing out here, man. And back on my subject before I get out of here. Anybody that's got their own business started, think about the future with it. Just don't think about the present. You got to get that money for everybody, for your kids, they kids, all the generational wealth. You know, set them bank accounts up. As you making money, as money going to your account, they splitting up 3 and 4 ways in there. This money might be for my daughter. This money might be for my son. This money might be for my nephew. This money might be for such and such. Okay, I'm still living at the time, during the years. If my son got older, my daughter got older, they done had a kid. I'm going to have money just going to their accounts. They can't touch it to a certain age. You got to do it like that to make that generational wealth go, keep going. And I'm gonna bred that into my 9-year-old, and I got a 17-year-old. He'll be 18 on the 24th of this month. Keep it going like that. Just like this, what I'm storing now too. See, me and my wife, we got our own clothing store. You know, we rent out, we do parties. We take the chairs, the tables, the cotton candy machine, the snow cone machine, the popcorn machine, and the projector screen. We rent all that out. We rent that out every day, every other day. My wife is she real popular with that hair. She do hair, tree braids, box braids, whatever them women get. She make me and my wife, we making money over 10 ways. Right now as I'm speaking to you. I always been like that. I always been a hustler. Knew how to get it. Started off with that crack sack. Yeah. It is what it is. But I did that to make my children's life better. I ain't had no children when I first started, but I knew I was going to eventually probably have some. I think about long term. I think about the future. I think about what's going to happen in the next 10 years. I can't think about what's going to happen. Have my mind just stuck on tomorrow. No, I got to keep thinking ahead of time. Some folks say, I live today, I might not be here tomorrow. Well, if that happened, that happened. I don't think like that. I'm going to be here. And some folks say it ain't on me, it's in me. It's in me and on me. I get it a million ways. I know how to get that money. I get money in my sleep and gonna continue to get it. That's how I am. Believe it or not, I know how to get that money. My grandma said, before she passed, God rest my grandma's soul, my dear. My mama told me that too. One thing I can say, when we first seen you, we seen your face, your hands. This is gonna be a little hustler. This is gonna be a hustling fucker. And I bought my first car when I was 12 years old. You do the math. I was paying bills at 12 and 13 years old. A lot of these rappers said they jumped off the porch at 12 years old. I was paying bills at 12 years old. I've been doing this. What do you have a lot of your rappers doing? Your favorite rappers doing? I was doing that back then. Getting money, buying cars. Y'all was digging and y'all know if some of y'all was born then. However, you were digging in your fucking nose. Crying. Wanting a popsicle out the freezer. I was getting money then. Been doing this. You know, this ain't nothing new to me. Money ain't nothing to me. This material stuff ain't none of this stuff we getting and buying now. You can't die with it. So I said it. I said all that to say this. Think about the future. Think about, you know, generational wealth, man. You got to think about all that. You got to think about how you gonna get out, how you gonna have your children successful, how they gonna have their children successful, and to keep the business going without no fumbles. You're gonna have some hiccups, but you got to know how to maintain and bounce back from it. Cause if we ain't a team, I don't need you around me. We got to be a team. So think about this. Think about the future, man. I'm finna get up out of here. This is the M.F.L show. M.F.L Motivation Podcast. We got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better. Think about your kids. Think about the future. You know, you got to think about the future. If you don't think about the future, I don't know what to tell you. But I know what I'm going to do. And me, my wife, and my kids, I know what I'm going to do. Let me show y'all something. Oh, my phone finna die though. I picked this, it'll be at my front door. And this finna be my sixth one. Seven. Y'all can see that? I'm finna, they bringing it from California. It'll be here Friday morning or first thing Saturday morning. When you do good, help people, don't down people, do what you supposed to do, mind your business, get your money and stay out the way, and try to help other people's lives better instead of bringing them down. You gotta let people know. You got to tell people how to get money. I like to show you. They say the game is to be sold, not told, but sometimes you got to sell it. Sometimes you got to sell it, but sometimes you got to get game. The order to get game. You know, that's how I got my blessings. I like to help people. I done slacked up a little more because some folks will take advantage of that. So, you know, man, y'all live life. Be happy, man. Take care of your family. Take care of your kids, man. Take care of each other. What a loyalty at now. If you got anybody loyal to you, keep them around you, man. Ain't too many folk loyal in this world. Just so y'all know that. And the loyalty gonna come with the respect. The respect gonna come with the success. Understand that. Real big speaker. I do this. M.F.L Motivation Podcast. We're going to the top with this one. Support the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment on this if you fuck with this. I'm out of here. Big Dre speaking. Motivation Podcast. I motivate the streets. I motivate the world. The globe coming around me. Shout out to all the big speakers, all the motivation, the voices. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to all the bloggers. Shout out to Seta Nash. Shout out to AK. I shout out to Hassan Campbell. I shout out all of them, man. Us as black men, we got to come together. We can get this money together. Tighten up, man. Let's get it. This world is coming to an end. Rest in peace, take off again, man. Quavo, keep your head up, man. Offset, keep your head up, man. Y'all come back together, man. Start that Migo thing again, man. Takeoff ain't gone. He just moved. He just moved to a bigger home. He just upstairs. Think about it. Oh, I want to give a shout out to OG Percy, man. Real stand up man. I like that, man. I like the interviews. You talking to the youth, man. Supporting. I like that, man. OG Percy, you see this video? Get at me, man. I fuck with you, man. You know what I'm saying? But oh, and shout out to Big Ant, Urban TV. You see this, man? Holla at me. I fuck with y'all, man. This Big Dre talking, man. I'm out of here.